It's the Rock and Refuel Recruiting Roundup. Jason Jewell, Jordan Ham, going over everything in the state of Arizona recruiting-wise. We are single-digit days from signing day, and Jason, a big development with a Saguaro offensive lineman.
Yeah, so Sean Seward's the big offensive guard, commits to Boise State on his visit. He had multiple offers from the academies, but this was his first major college offer. So he goes on the visit, commits, but then kind of breaking news, UCLA, who he had a visit scheduled to, but no scholarship offer on Tuesday morning. They throw a wrench in this whole plan and they extend a scholarship offer. Talking to head coach over at Saguaro, Jason Mons, he's not sure what Seawards is going to do. He's just going to honor his commitment and stay and not trip to UCLA, or he's going to go on that visit and then decide on signing day. So I guess we'll see.
Speaking of the Bruins, they grab a great defensive end, a guy with a very high ceiling in Ottawa Isabor.
Yeah, great commitment. UCLA gets out of Isabor. Guy 6'5", 230 pounds, really long, rangy, great character, high GPA kid, a guy that, UCLA and the education there is ultimately why he decided on going there over other offers from Oregon and Texas A&M and the other big-time schools he had offers from.
Isabor is going to be paired with Jalen Phillips, the top defensive end in the class. So fellow Pac-12 members, just invest in some offensive tackles over the next few years. Now we're going to shift gears to NAU up north. Have a great haul this past week. We'll start with Terrell Brown.
Yeah, Terrell Brown is a guy, Basha wide receiver, one of the state's most productive players over the last years. He had multiple Mountain West offers and ultimately ends up committing to NAU, and he wasn't the only big-time player that they got. NAU's done a tremendous job over the last few years of recruiting in-state, and they got two more guys. Matt Kempton, a very talented hybrid tight end from Brophy High School, and then another Saguaro player, Brandon Boyce, a very good and underrated defensive tackle, commits to the Lumberjacks.
New Big Sky rival to the Lumberjacks, Idaho, doing a great job as well, picking up Johnson, and Jarman, let's call them the law firm, but they have some good players coming in this week.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Idaho is going to be joining the Big Sky and coming down to Arizona recruiting against some of these other programs. The guy that I really like, a big fan of, Roshan Johnson, the guy that had Mountain West offers, he commits to Idaho. NAU thought they were going to get him, but it was the Vandals that sold him on him being a big running back, and then they get speedy wide receiver Ryan Johnson out of Chandler High School, and then another very underrated wide receiver in Hamilton wideout CJ Jarman, who I thought was one of the most underrated players in this class. So all three of those guys commit to Idaho last week.
Air Force picking up a couple of veteran linebackers who were quite productive in their high school careers.
Yeah, Parker Walton picks Air Force over a walk-on offer from Arizona State and over an offer from Yale. And then Sam Pepper, very thick, big linebacker that's a good long snapper as well from Chandler High School. He picks Air Force over all of the other academies.
Southern Utah picks up a few good playmakers, including a Desert Vista guy that we both really like.
Yeah, Leland Dillard's a guy that could play on either side of the ball, could be a good running back, was an all-state DB/linebacker, commits to Southern Utah over an offer from Idaho. And then a very underrated player in Brian Becken, another two-way guy at Catalina Foothills, commits to Southern Utah as well, a guy that could play corner or could be a wide receiver.
Northern Colorado heads down to Tucson, picks up a playmaker.
Yeah, the fastest player in the state, DJ Hinton, gets that offer from Northern Colorado and ends up taking it. He's a guy that runs a 10.51 in the 100 meters as a junior, so getting that speed on the field is just huge for him.
Wrapping up the commitments, Creston Coolidge to Weber State. What do you see for him over the next couple of years?
Creston's one of the most improved players over the last year, in my opinion. Was 290 pounds as a junior, shed a bunch of weight, and looks fantastic now. 6'5", 250. At one time was committed to New Mexico State, had multiple other offers from Air Force and UC Davis and Montana, but he commits to Weber State, and I think they're getting a steal.
Now we're going to shift over to the offers. We're going to start with a St. Mary's playmaker who gets his first D1 offer.
Yeah, we're only a week till signing day, so it's not too late for guys who are still hoping to get that first offer. But St. Mary's safety Jordan Blake got his first offer from Air Force, and then just rattling off a few other kids that are getting offers. Jared Poplowski, the Saguaro tight end who's committed to Arizona State, is offered by Oregon. Jack Miller, Chaparral quarterback, just a freshman, gets his second offer from Memphis. And then Spencer Rattler, a sophomore, gets his 11th offer coming from Colorado.
We're in the home stretch of the recruiting cycle. Make sure to keep it right here on Sports 360 AZ and the Recruiting Roundup for updates.